WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Raleigh Livingston.
And I'm Cash Matlock. Now, an agreement between the U.S. and Mexico on immigration enforcement ends the looming tariffs on Mexican goods. Melissa Rainey has the details.
President Trump making a dramatic reversal on his threat to impose tariffs against Mexico. Friday, the president tweeting that the tariffs are indefinitely suspended after the U.S. and Mexico came to an agreement on immigration enforcement. It was just last week that Trump threatened to impose tariffs on all Mexican goods entering the U.S. if Mexico did not do more to limit the number of Central American migrants moving through the country and into the U.S. The State Department says the agreement means Mexico will now take those steps, deploying its National Guard throughout the country, giving priority to Mexico's southern border. Republicans like Representative Ted Yoho say Trump's tariff threat was the way to go.
We stood with the president to put tariffs on there to put pressure on the Mexican government, because when we met with the Mexican ambassador, they all tell us that they depend on a strong America. Well, with this influx of people coming in, overloading our system, that doesn't make America stronger, it weakens America.
However, not everyone supports how the deal played out. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi saying the deal doesn't address the root causes of Central American migration. In a statement released Saturday, she said, President Trump must stop sabotaging good faith, constructive, and bipartisan efforts in Congress to address this complex problem in a humane manner that honors and respects our most cherished national values. I'm Melissa Rainey, reporting.
Well, Mexican leaders say that a unity rally scheduled for Saturday night will now be a celebration rally in light of the agreement with the United States.
10 people were taken to the hospital after a train derailed in Boston. It happened in a tunnel near Kenmore Station, which is close to Fenway Park. The train is operated by Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority and is part of the city's rapid transit system. Some of the victims had to be carried out in stretchers. None of them sustained life-threatening injuries.
Heavy rain in Catawba County, North Carolina, caused flash flooding that left drivers stranded. According to authorities, several inches of rain fell in less than 2 hours in Hickory. Interstate access ramps even had to be closed because of the water. Firefighters and police had to help several vehicles get out of the high water. And it's time now for a first look at our forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Jacob, we got a little bit of water ourselves here today.
Yeah, we really do. As we look across the country, the past year from June 2018 to May 2019, 18 states had the top wettest record year on rainfall. When we add the top 10 valleys, that does include Mississippi here. Another 13 states there. So 30 states seeing record rainfalls over the past year. A lot of rain for a lot of the country here. Locally, the 6th wettest year here in Mississippi. It's been the 13th wettest calendar year in Alabama. More tropical downpours are falling across the region. Coming up in a bit, we'll take a look at our local radar and we'll be sure and also get you the 7-day forecast. There's some good stuff there. Can't wait to share.
On February 23rd, the historic Hunt School in Columbus was severely damaged in an EF3 tornado. The students that were enrolled there were relocated to Union Academy Elementary School just a few blocks away.
That's right, and that's why the United Way partnered with the Mississippi University for Women and spent the day with their Mississippi Governor's Scholar students cleaning and getting the building ready for the upcoming school year.
Over 60 scholars from MUW's Mississippi Governor's School program spent the day volunteering their time at Union Academy in Columbus.
They are dusting, they're cleaning the blinds, they're cleaning the windows, they're wiping down everything, sweeping, and just really getting the rooms cleaned up and ready for those teachers when they come in.
There were at least like 5 spiders that I had to get rid of. And then we had to clean the windows, basically get all the dust out of here. But I think we've done a very good job so far. Like, the air quality is a lot better and everything's looking way cleaner and nicer.
The volunteers are gearing up for the upcoming school year. That's when students from the old Hunt School are going to be relocated to Union Academy.
Being a former teacher, I know how much the teachers are going to appreciate it. It's one less thing they've got to worry about. They can just come in and start getting their classrooms ready for school.
Environment's very key, especially in school, so I hope they really like the new clean setting and they have a better time learning.
Coordinators for the cleanup say the event is a great opportunity for scholars from across the state to take part in community service.
It's important for them to learn that there are things around their own communities that they can learn, that they can kind of give back.
Sometimes just getting a little dirty and a little sweaty, it's okay to do that because you're giving back. You are helping the community in one way, whether it's tutoring students or cleaning up after a tornado or cleaning up a classroom like this. It just helps to know that any little thing they can do, any little amount of time that they can give can help, and it gives back to the community.
And I think it's just a good way for students like us to go out and help people do something good.
And the volunteers hope their actions will inspire others to follow suit.
I hope they learn that you can work with anybody and you can either become a leader or you can have a vital part in anything you do and make a difference and do something great.
Now to come in and see this room and see that other people, young students who are probably their age, have gone and gotten these rooms together for them, have prepared a space for them, have taken the time out of their days to do something. I think that makes a difference.
The Mississippi Governor's School is a 2-week summer program comprised of students from all across the Magnolia State. Today's event was part of their Community Service Day.
Fun, fellowship, and food was the theme today at the Prairie Community Center Annual Fun Day. The event kicked off with a parade followed by a day full of activities. The kids enjoyed bounce houses, water slides, and face painting, while the adults were treated to some gospel and R&B performances. The event also had a variety of food choices from fish and barbecue to cakes, pies, and funnel cakes.
This is our Prairie Fun Day. We have it on an annual basis, and we're excited about it. What we do, we're giving back to the community because we're our rural development club, and this is how we're giving back to the community.
Organizers are looking forward to next year. Well, when sporting events roll around, many people head out, get their stuff, and go tailgating.
And self-proclaimed chefs throw everything on the grill, from hamburgers to hot dogs, and you can't forget the chips. Our Stephanie Poole has the story.
When football and baseball come to Mississippi State, tailgaters aren't far behind. For some, tailgating means food, drinks, and spending time with people. But for Dennis Everett, it's a tradition.
We just had a lot of great times out here back in the old days.
Everett has attended Mississippi State's baseball games since 1976 when he was a student. He says him and his friends would eat in the left field lounge and watch the game together.
Oh, that was our winning tradition.
And to carry out that tradition, Everett and his friends set up a grill and cheer on their fellow Bulldogs before every baseball game.
Meeting people like this and friends and family and getting to know people, the camaraderie of the ball game.
For many, it's a place to reconnect with old friends and make new ones.
That's how we all met 10 years ago, was tailgating. And so this is kind of a reunion that we all get together at the ball game.
Mississippi State will play at Dudy Noble Field tonight at 7 p.m. Elvis fans visited Tupelo this weekend to pay homage to the icon and visit the famous Tupelo hardware store where he got his first guitar. More on that coming up next. Well, the Elvis Festival is continuing into the weekend in downtown Tupelo to celebrate the life of Tupelo's favorite son. Now, this morning, fans packed into the Bancorp South Arena for the 5th annual Elvis Pet Parade. It was a unique event to celebrate Tupelo, celebrate Elvis, and get pets and people out together to raise money for the Tupelo Humane Society. Each contestant sported the owner's favorite Elvis theme.
Really anything that celebrates Elvis. First of all, the pet has to be safe and under control. That's number one. Been creative, celebrating Tupelo or Elvis or really anything that's a theme.
Outside the arena, fans got a chance to meet with 2 of the 6 Daikasa dancing ponies. The specially trained horses performed dances and shows across the area and were a special treat for those attending the Elvis Pet Parade.
Well, more fans descended on downtown Tupelo for the Elvis Festival this weekend to relive one of the most iconic moments in music history. WCBI's Chad Groening has more.
The sun was beating down, but it didn't discourage Elvis Festival fans to head downtown to visit various booths set up along Main Street. There was plenty of Elvis memorabilia, including original Sun 45 RPM records. There was a Tupelo Amateur Radio Club. People from all over the country have descended on Tupelo this Elvis Festival weekend to get the full Elvis experience. People have visited the Elvis birthplace home, as well as the iconic structure behind me, Tupelo Hardware. where in 1946, an 11-year-old Elvis came to pick out a birthday present.
Hello.
Hey, well, Miss Gladys, what brings you to town today?
Well, Mr. Bobo, it's somebody's birthday today.
It's mine, Mr. Bobo, it's mine.
Well, happy birthday. Now, what can I help y'all with today, young man?
Elvis?
I'm going to get a gun. That one.
You talking about that gun up there?
Yes, sir.
That's a 22 rifle.
Oh, there she is.
Gladys, what do you think?
Gladys wasn't crazy about the idea, so as we all know, Mr. Bobo steered him in another direction.
Why don't you take a look at this right here? You ever seen one of these?
Yes, sir.
That's a guitar, isn't it? Well, I tell you what, hold it for a second. All right. If you turn there a little bit.
The rest is history. George Booth III is vice president of Tupelo Hardware, who grew up with the Elvis legend.
I tell people all the time, I think we're the most famous hardware store in the world just because we get people in to Tupelo Hardware from all over the world. That's true. There are fans that love Elvis that have come in from Australia, all over Europe, Japan, South America. So Tupelo Hardware, literally, I believe, is the most famous hardware store in the world.
And Alan Kaysen of Tupelo is a history teacher who loved to play the part of Forrest L. Bobo, the Tupelo Hardware employee who recommended Elvis buy a guitar rather than a rifle.
I work with some people that also, they're in the Elvis fan club, and so they approached me about playing this role. And so, yes, I have read about the story of how he sold the guitar to Elvis, and I was very intrigued by it, and what an amazing story that he did this.
Kaysen says it is humbling to be standing behind the same counter where the legend began. Chad Groening, WCBI News, Tupelo.
Elvis Festival continues this evening with music and the finals of the Ultimate Elvis Contest.
Well, we've got some scattered showers out there today. More expected as we head into Sunday. Temperatures climbing into the middle 80s out there. There are some big changes in the forecast. I'm really excited about this, folks. I can't wait to tell you all about it coming up after the break.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Mother Nature's been putting a show on for us on our Alpha Insurance SkyCam network from Columbus, Tupelo, Vernon, and in downtown Louisville, Mississippi. Seeing some scattered showers continuing out there. Of course, we're watching in Starkville, too, to see that rain delay for the game. Dry there now. We've got some showers that are in the area, though. 82 is the current temperature in Starkville. Dew points are in the 70s. Very tropical feel to the air out there. 79 in Amory. It's 79 in Calhoun City. 84 in Louisville, Vernon at 85. We've got those scattered showers continuing on through here. A batch of showers off to the south and west of Starkville from Louisville up towards Craig Springs to Sturgis there. Those will stay south of Starkville, I think, heading towards Brookville and in Macon. Some more pop-up showers up by Tupelo. I think they'll be okay for the Elvis Festival for the rest of the night. Can't rule out a few sprinkles at any point, though, through the rest of the afternoon and evening hours. Temperatures, though, dropping down for all of us eventually into the low 70s. I think maybe some of us sneak into the upper 60s overnight tonight. We'll keep the chance for showers through morning, but once the sun goes down, that really takes care of a lot of our problems. 70 is where we'll finish up in Columbus and Macon overnight tonight. 69 in Starkville and in West Point. 68 in Eupora. On Sunday, the chances there yet again for more of these pop-up tropical downpours, these showers and storms through the day here. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder somewhere as well as we head into the middle 80s in places, 85 in Tupelo and in Amory, 84 in Pontotoc, 85 in Water Valley. Down into the Golden Triangle, a little bit warmer for us, 86 in Starkville and in West Point, 87 in Macon and in Louisville, 86 also in Winona. West Alabama, 80s for us too. We could see some pop-up showers as well, 85 in Vernon and in Reform, 86 in Aliceville. As we look ahead here, Futurecast dries things off for the most part tonight. Can't rule out an isolated shower. Notice Sunday, a few of those little pop-up blips here and there. I think we'll see a few more than Futurecast shows during the day on Sunday. But the end is coming near for this. We're pushing this low pressure out of here as we get into Monday and Tuesday. Big changes coming, folks. I'm excited about this. High pressure slides on in. And here's what happens. As this cold front comes in, a lot of cool, dry air coming in place. Next week, we'll see some high temperatures, upper 70s and lower 80s. We've got low humidity and expecting lots of sunshine there. And temperature highs really well below average here. This is almost like a last-minute effort by spring to make a reappearance. Enjoying this cooler weather. It may very well last into next weekend here before we start to warm things up. The latest outlook from June 14th to 18th has still favorable odds for below average temperatures. We should be at 88 this time of year. Below average all the way through here. Some scattered showers left on Monday. Nice weather Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Can't rule out a few clouds, but a lot of sunshine. Great days to get outside. We'll pick up a little bit of humidity as we head into next weekend.
Super Regional Baseball is underway. We're live from Fayetteville and Starkville with the Rebels and Bulldogs. Next in sports.
WCBI sports coverage of the NCAA Baseball Super Regionals is brought to you in part by Monroe County Farm Bureau, Granite Guides, OCH Regional Medical Center, Advanced Medicine Compassionate Care, Visit Columbus, the city that has it all, and Bank First, a better way to bank.
The only team to win a series on the road at Baum-Walker Stadium, the Ole Miss Rebels. The stakes are much higher with this weekend series. 2 wins away from Omaha. Ole Miss and Arkansas starting their Super Regional. Rebs trying to get to the College World Series for the first time since 2014. Isaiah Campbell, the ace on the mound for the Razorbacks, but Gray Kessinger cares little for aces. No doubter, solo home run puts the Rebs up 1-0 early on. The bottom of the first, Will Etheridge pitching for the Rebels. Dominic Fletcher singles to right. That ties the ball game up with an RBI base hit. And 2 batters later, it's going to be Jack Kenley in for the Hogs. Hanging curveball will take a ride over the right field wall. A 3-run homer for Kenley makes it 4-1 Arkansas in the first. Top fourth now, no outs. Rebs down 6-1. Tyler Keenan with a base hit to center field. Ole Miss trying to rally here after Arkansas puts on 6 in the top 4. But then here come the Hogs. 6-4-3 double play. Arkansas gets out of the innings unscathed, ending the Rebels rally. And it would just get uglier from there. Bottom fourth, Tyler Myers in relief of Etheridge. Matt Goodhart, 2-run homer. Arkansas goes on to dominate Game 1. 11-2 is the Game 1 final. WCBI Sports' Chris Bolton joins us now live from Fayetteville with more after speaking with the Rebels. Chris?
Tom, it was the Hogs who put on the slaughtering against Ole Miss today. Now, things started off great for the Rebs. Gray Kessinger had a solo jack in the top of the first. But I feel like this game changed in the bottom of the first. It was a 1-1 tie. Will Etheridge gave up a 3-run home run. Arkansas took a 4-1 lead. Now, when you give Arkansas's pitcher Isaiah Campbell 3 runs to work with early in the game, I mean, he's already going to be dealing. But he's really finna be dealing, and he showed out. He made it all the way to the 9th inning, only gave up 2 earned runs. But for Will Etheridge and the Rebs, he struggled to make it to the 4th inning. He gave up 7 earned runs. And if you ask me, the difference in this game started and ended with the starting pitching.
When you get to this point, everybody's really good, and it comes down to playing well, and boy, did they play well today.
They just swung it well. They really I think they hit each pitch that I had very well. Wasn't able to locate my pitches very well, and just, not my day today, and they took advantage of it.
We knew that, every pitch we were going to have to battle. Just because, I got one out of the yard doesn't mean he was going to give in. And, from then on, he just kept making pitches. I mean, in the 8th inning, I still think he hit like a 95 or 96, so he competed all the way to the end. And ultimately, we just couldn't get enough swings off, and he was good today.
Now, Game 2 will be at 2 tomorrow. Ole Miss backs against the wall, win or go home situation. We'll see how they respond. But for now, reporting in Fayetteville, Chris Bolton, WCBI Sports.
Great job from Chris there. But moving to Starkville, Mother Nature changing the plans for the Super Regional at Dudy Noble Field. Fans anxiously awaiting the first pitch at the new Dude. Courtney Robb joins us live from Starkville in a hopefully much drier place. Courtney?
Now, Tom, I know when you're thinking of baseball weather, you're definitely not thinking of thunderstorms and strong showers. No, you're thinking of what it looks like right now, a clear day, sunny skies, and a nice warm breeze. Well, that's what officials had in mind when they were meeting this morning to decide whether or not they would have that original 2 p.m. start time, ultimately deciding to move it to 7 p.m., giving both Stanford and Mississippi State the best opportunity to get Game 1 here in for the Starkville Super Regional. Now, not much we know about the game today other than the fact that for the Bulldogs, Ethan Small will be starting on the mound, and that should give fans some assurance considering that we remember what he did last weekend against Central Michigan, 10 strikeouts in his 6 innings pitching, so we can expect that same kind of power from Ethan Small today. And if you're looking for what we can expect from Stanford, well, I think Chris Lemonis said it best yesterday, saying that they're the Mississippi State on the West Coast. I don't know if that should give you any assurance there, but maybe something to keep in mind the next couple of days. Reporting here in Starkville, Courtney Robb for WCBI Sports. Tom, back to you.
All right, thank you, Courtney. An active morning over in Okolona for some football. Former Ole Miss and Miami Dolphin defensive tackle Tim Bowens hosting his annual football camp earlier today. The free camp offers kids throughout the area the opportunity to learn basic skills and drills from the pros. Bowens expressed the importance of giving back to his hometown community.
It's always important to give back and also come back and let people see that you came from this area, and the dreams do come true. If you dream, anything is possible if you put your mind to it.
See Tim and Michael and their entire family come back and do this for this area. There's 40 high school kids and about 60 juniors over there having a ball, learning how to play football and learning the safety of the game. They appreciate it a lot because there's such a great turnout every year. I think they're really grateful that Tim comes back and does this.
That's it for sports. The last look at your weather is next.
We'll see you at 10.